Hello, today I'll be showing you how to make one of Nigeria's most loved dishes, Egusi soup. It's rich, delicious, and perfect with pounded yam, fufu, or any swallow of choice. So firstly, we're going to boil our meat. So I'm using tripe and I'm using beef with some mackerel fish. So you're going to season this with salt, seasoning cubes, ground pepper, onions, and then you're going to give it a stir and let it boil until it brings out its own juices. Okay, at this stage you don't need to put any water, you just let it boil. It's going to bring out some juices. So when you're done stirring, you just cover it and let it cook. So this is it. After 10 minutes, I'm now going to go in with my dried fish, and then you're going to add some water for the soup. So with this water, we're going to cook the meat until it's tender and ready for use. So while that is cooking, we're going to go ahead and prepare our pepper mix. So I have onions, tatache, yellow pepper, and bell pepper. We're going to blend this together. When it's done blending, we're going to put it in a bowl and set it aside for use later. When you're done with that, go ahead and slice your leaves. So I'm using ugu leaves. This has been washed, so it's time to give it a slice. I will also advise to sharpen your knife. It makes the slicing easy, but you also have to be careful so you don't hurt your fingers. Okay, when you finish with that, you can also set it aside. Now we're going to mix our ground egusi with some blended onions. So we're going to give this a stir until it forms a paste. So we went back to our meat. It's cooked now and it's as soft as I want it to be. So we're going to go straight to making the soup. Firstly, you're going to heat up your palm oil in a pot, and then you're going to add in your blended pepper mix. You're going to give that a stir. Stir it for around 3 minutes to help it along to frying. And then you're going to let this fry for a few more minutes to release the flavor. Now we're going to add in our paste into the oil. When you're done, cover it for a few minutes. So this is it after 3 minutes. Now I'm going to stir this continuously until it thickens and starts to release a nutty aroma. So you just keep stirring until it looks like this. You're going to go ahead and add your stock, your meat stock, and you're also going to add your proteins, and then you're going to season that with salt, seasoning cube, and some crayfish. Now we're gonna give it a stir. You can also add some water if needed, okay, depending on how thick you want your soup to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my mackerel fish because I took it out earlier, and put it in the air fryer to grill a little bit so that they don't break apart in the soup. So I'm just going to give it a stir, added some water, and then I'm gonna cover this and let it cook. Finally, you're going to go in with your washed and sliced vegetables. You can use spinach, you can use ugu leaves, or you can use bitter leaf, whichever you prefer. You stir it in, allow it to simmer for a few minutes. Most of these leaves release water when they are being cooked, so you can just go in with a little water to start. So when you're checking for seasonings, you can also check whether you need to put more water in the soup or not. So we're just going to add a little crayfish, to bring the soup together. We're going to cover that and let it cook for a few more minutes, not too much, so that the leaves doesn't wilt a lot. We still want it very vibrant. And then your egusi soup is ready. Just look at this rich and delicious pot of egusi soup. Perfect with pounded yam, with eba, or any swallow of choice. For me, I'm going to pair mine with some millet because I just love the taste of millet with egusi soup. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Nigerian recipes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.